Those human remains are some other remains found in Baldwin County are all going to be analyzed by an anthropologist at the University of West Florida. Russell Coburn spoke to that anthropologist today to see what's being done to help law enforcement.
It's February 16th. The Baldwin County Sheriff's Office is investigating human remains, a skull and bones found under the Dolly Parton Bridge.
It's a collaborative effort. It's not one person.
Dr. Joanne Curtin of UWF Anthropology sees them next. She'll study the remains before sending a report to the medical examiner.
I do the first step, just essentially telling them that they're probably looking at, for example, an adult Caucasian female between the ages of 35 to 45 who might have been about 5'2", and that'll give them a starting place to look.
Dr. Curtin says she's often asked to provide an opinion on cause of death or how much time has passed since. Deputies want to know if a hole in the Baldwin County skull was caused by a bullet. Once she begins to study the bones, Dr. Curtin may know.
In terms of the biological profile, we do a lot of measurements. The shape and the size of the skull, the shape and size of the pelvic girdle can give us a lot of information about sex, for example. That's an important distinguishing characteristic.
Dr. Curtin says identifying youngsters is easy since their bodies are still developing. Grown adults are much more difficult.
We have to rely on degenerative changes, and those are highly idiosyncratic. They're dependent on your lifestyle. So we look at things like the degeneration of bones in the pelvic girdle, changes to the rib heads, for example, osteoarthritis, things of that nature that can help us narrow down the age at death for an adult.
I asked Dr. Curtin how long this process will take. She says it depends on the skeleton, how complete it is. For a full skeleton, it can take her several days to analyze the bones and produce a report. But for fragmented remains like the ones found in Baldwin County, there's only a limited amount of information that can be discovered. Dr. Curtin knows that many anxiously await her discoveries, especially those with missing loved ones. She says she has a responsibility to the public.
We like to assist the community in every way we can, and this is part of the way we give back to our community.
In Pensacola, Russell Coburn, Fox 10 News.
Dr. Curtin says she'll begin studying the two cases next